Fart in a Jar. That's one hell of a title, isn't it? In addition to flasked flatus, we talk about honesty in online kink commerce, the Steve Vai groupie, which is a video that was viral back when it meant copying VHS tapes and actually handing them around, a scammy handyman, and a big announcement about what the show's going to sound like for the next few months. And speaking of sound, we apologize for the sound quality on Pitney's end. There was no way to re-record this one, and I fixed what I could. Also, there's a part kinda early on where I could have done some creative editing and disguised the fact that we got our Kardashians confused, but the thing is, we don't actually care. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique!
We may be awful, but
we're right! So I've realized something recently. Sometimes we talk about, I don't know, I guess we've maybe mentioned it on the show before, like, oh, should we have a Patreon for the show? Should we, we have our merch store, but really we only have a merch store because sometimes we want to buy our own shit, We
Right.
we made t-shirts because we wanted them. We made, coffee
I
mugs.
actually wear our t-shirt all the time.
Sure,
Yeah.
I made that tank top because I wanted it, and then it almost immediately became unavailable, so sorry about that, people. But I wanted coffee mugs. I wanted magnets. I wanted, we wanted stickers. So we made them for us. Anyway, but it's not like we make any money. Even my job. I make a decent living. I make good money. But sometimes I think about the amount of effort. You look at, say, a Kardashian or whatever. You look at the people who don't seem to put anything out into the world that's actually worth a goddamn, and somehow they're making more than a living at it. Somehow people are willing to pay people for nothing. And why do some of us actually put the effort out there?
I do just gotta say, though, that Kim Kardashian,
Mm-hmm.
and I only know this because I just saw this on the news like 15 minutes ago.
Oh, I probably know what it is.
She passed whatever the mini bar or the pre-bar or whatever.
Right, yeah, she called it like the baby bar exam, and it's like, is it a bar exam or not? Like, I'm not a lawyer, but is it a bar exam?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, good for her. Good for her.
Because if she actually did something that's real, why is she minimizing it by saying, I passed a baby bar exam? It's like, did you do a real thing? Like a grown-up thing? Or are you a fucking child?
I guess she did, and I hope she did.
Yeah.
Because, I don't give a flying fuck about her whatsoever.
I hope she could represent herself in her divorce against that asshole.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, I was happy, though, because, apparently Kanye West, or I'm sorry, should I say yay? Because he legally changed his name.
Yeah, is it yay? Is it ye? Is it, I don't even know.
I don't know, but it's stupid.
It is stupid.
But anyway, yay, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Apparently he did some concerts within the last few days. And in the midst of that concert, he had made an announcement that he wanted Kourtney Kardashian back.
Kourtney Kardashian or Kim Kardashian?
Oh, is it Kim Kardashian? I don't know. Is it Kim Kardashian that's married to him?
Kourtney's the one who's like 6.5 feet tall and
okay, so Kim is the one that
banging some basketball player.
Okay. And he was like, oh, he wanted her back. And I want you to run right back to me and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, fuck
And I
off.
thought it was so fabulous that her reaction to that was to go to the courts and file something as legally single.
I don't even know what that even is. Like
I
legal
don't know
single
either, but it's
status?
the thing, and you can look it up online because she did file that.
Is it like a
To be
legal version
legally
of a
single
Facebook status? Like I don't even know.
as a reaction to go up to
Ugh.
Yee and his efforts to bring her back. And
God. Ugh.
yeah.
Oh God. I just don't even. I don't understand.
And
Whatever it is these people do.
the thing about Yee, or should we just say Kanye West? The thing about Kanye West,
Yeah, I really don't know.
I'm sure I do, but god damn it, I would be shot under the firing squad if they had to tell me to name one of the songs. I'm sure I probably know a bunch of them, but I can't tell you one that I know.
I I think I know one, but I am so at the moment I would name a song, but honestly, I'm so afraid that it might actually be by someone else that I mean, it could very easily be a Puff Daddy song for all I know, so I have no fucking idea.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
because
yeah,
I don't
speaking of
know.
someone else whose name changes every 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know I assume he's still around.
Oh, Puff Daddy,
P
because
P
because
P
now isn't he
Diddy
P
Diddy
Diddy,
Diddy Doody Daddy
and then he's Diddy, and then
and
whatever.
Puffy
Okay,
Poofy Diddy
please,
Daddy, whatever. Yeah.
please, girl, Diddy, please, Diddy,
Yeah.
please.
It's such a Verity Noslin thing to reduce your name to one syllable.
Oh my God, to Yay! Oh my God, could you imagine if she was a Kanye S fan? She would have been like, well, did you see the new video by Yay? And she'd have just rubbed her crotch.
No, she doesn't rub her crotch. She would have to. The only way she could rub her crotch would be if like she like straddled a couch or something, because it would have to be the like somehow touching herself without actually touching herself.
Or she would have said, did you say the video by Yay? And then she would have like take a puff on her inhaler.
Oh God. Anyway, though. So
Anyway.
the thing that got me thinking about how I've just made all the wrong decisions in my life, apparently. Um Someone who apparently was on a show called 90 Day Fiancé apparently has made as much as $45,000 in a single week
Wow.
by selling her farts in jars.
Okay. Is it like a fetish sex thing? Like what?
Stupid men, I'm guessing, who she has videos like on her Instagram or whatever where she's talking about how, I ate some beans and some yogurt this morning to work up, to get prepared for my work day.
Oh.
And then she's just got some, like jars sitting on the counter. And then she's rubbing her stomach like, oh, I'm getting ready to work. And then
Oh my God.
she apparently, she wouldn't dare shoot video of herself actually farting into a jar because that would be wrong. But I mean,
But she sells it, but she won't film it. I would think the guys would
certificate
want to
of
buy the
authenticity,
jar
I would demand it.
after it was like seen on camera being filmed. Because I remember back in the good old days of the 90s when webcams first came
Yep.
out, There were all these nobodies, and they would all sell their underwear and their jock straps
Absolutely.
with their cum on them. But they had to be included with a video of them coming on them.
And it was always like distinctive enough that you knew that the one you received was the one you watched the video of. Like you knew that.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
good
sorry.
business.
This chick should be filming the videos of her farting in these jars.
I mean, it's appalling.
Thank you very much.
But see, that's the thing. I blame her customers. I blame our customers for being stupid. I mean, all she has to do is claim that she's farting in jars. And she doesn't, I mean, because now here's the thing. If you receive a fart in a jar, do you open the jar? Because once you open that jar, you no longer have the fart in a jar now.
Because that's what I was just going to say. So, like, what do they, like, jack off? And then right to the point before they're going to come, they open the jar to take a quick sniff? Because then it's going to be gone.
Yeah, like, I don't... Yeah, and she even, like, there's pictures of her holding jars, and there's, like say, a rose petal in the bottom of the jar. And it's like, okay, first of all, that's not your fart. That's a rose petal.
Yeah.
And, it's not gonna... That's not going to accentuate your fart smell.
Yeah.
You know?
Or do they just, like, jack off looking at and holding the jar?
Yeah.
And hoping that it's in there.
I think...
But they never open it because it doesn't need to ruin the fantasy.
I think they should I think they should hold it up to the light and just like see the cloud, like the cloudiness. I have so many questions. I have so many questions.
Oh my God.
I don't understand. And I'm talking $1,000 a pop. I'm talking she made $45,000 because she sold 45 jars in a week. $1,000 for a fart.
And I would like to think that she's real and doing the real thing. But how are you going to know that?
How do you...
Because
I hope she has an assistant.
And it's just like, poof, it's gone. You just hold it, and like I said, you just hold it and jack off thinking about it, because if you open it, it's gone.
Yeah, that's a one-time shot. As soon as you open it, and you can't like open it a little bit because it's like a wide mouth jar with a big cork in it. It's not like there's like this tiny valve release where you can just release a little at a time. It's not like there's a vacuum seal in there. I mean, it's literally just a jar with a cork in the top. It makes me so angry. And it's like, okay, men, you really need to do better. Who are these men? Who are these men? I know you don't listen to our show, whoever you are.
Yeah, because they'll pay $1,000. So assuming they send her a video, allegedly, of her farting in a jar, right?
No, I don't think I think you put money in her fucking PayPal account or whatever, or Venmo her some money, and then she mails you a jar. I don't think there's any...
Oh my God.
She posts videos on her Instagram page of herself eating beans or something because she wants men to get all excited thinking about her farting.
And I think that's so fabulous. But
and I mean, on the one hand, no kink shaming, but on the other hand, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what... Really? It's like, if you're into, like, you and your partner, and
your partner farts in your face.
Yeah.
Let's say because they lose control and they're so into it that they can't not fart at that moment. Okay, I'm just going to say it's happened. Sometimes things are so good that things just, you don't have control over all of your faculties at certain moments and things just happen. But that is a my compliments to the chef kind of moment.
That is so
when
fabulous.
You lose the ability to control a fart, that is well done. That's what that is. But that is between you and another person who is actually in the room with you.
Yes.
That is appreciating the fart of your partner. This is, I don't know this bitch. She ain't here. I am literally holding a jar in my hand. I don't know. She claims she farted in it.
It's total fantasy. And that just reminds me of there's this guy. I remember he had done this thing online where he was selling. He would make, because it was like in the 90s, so it was the beginning of the internet.
Oh yeah.
And jack-off videos were all the rage.
Oh God, yeah.
And so just like we were talking about earlier, or I was talking about earlier, he would sell underwear that he would come on.
Right.
That is a far cry from, because you could see that, okay, it is, because you send the video with it.
Sure.
That's a far cry from getting a goddamn jar. I can't even wrap my mind around that.
I mean, a little nugget of shit at least is a tangible object. A fart in a jar is like I'm selling a Ziploc baggie with my breath in it.
And they and probably it's largely fantasy, and that's fine too, I guess.
But $1,000! Oh my God, how... Donate that money to charity. Oh my God. Like, how much money does someone have to have that seems like a good thing to spend your money on?
Yeah, I had an ex once. We were broke, and he was a big old internet whore. And he got paid $300 one time for shitting on somebody's chest.
Well, sure. But that's, that's an experience.
You never know if people are...
But that's an experience between two people. That's not shitting in a shoebox and mailing it to someone.
I know, but I'm just saying people have these weird fetishes, and if it's fantasy, they'll do whatever it takes,
But but doesn't a fetish involve an actual if I'm gonna get really excited about a woman farting in a jar, I could still do that for free. I can imagine random woman farting in random jar in random city somewhere else in the world. I don't have to spend any money to do that.
Oh, I
can pick up a jar in my own house and pretend, as long as it's all bullshit. As long as it's not actually happening here. It's kind of like back in the, in the early days of chat rooms and whatever. And I could be having a perfectly fun conversation with someone, and then some rando is doing no, you have to come into a private room with me. It's like, no, I really don't though. No, but I really, I need to get off. You need to talk to me. It's like, hey, if you've lost the ability to masturbate on your own, then I don't see what I have to do with that. Like, I don't have to do anything. It's like, I'm sorry, if you've lost the ability to just close your eyes and imagine something and just jerk off like a normal person.
Hey, this is Kate. I'm a forensic psychologist and crisis clinician, and I collect stories. Everything from true crime to trauma to parenthood. There's a lot more in common between depression and sociopathy, or between serial killers and podcasters, than you might think. Are you sure you really want to know? This is Ignorance Was Bliss at iwbpodcast.com and IWB Podcast on social media.
Oh, I know. Oh, that's so funny. And this is all making me think of Steve Vai.
Oh my God. You know the saddest thing? The internet exists, and yet only the tiniest little clips of the Steve Vai groupie exist on the internet. I still have somewhere the VHS tape.
Huh? But it's all making me think of Steve Vai.
We need to explain that, though. I think we've talked about it a little bit before, but...
Oh, yes, we have.
Pre-internet, when things going viral meant somebody made VHS copies of VHS tapes and distributed them amongst their friends.
And they would get sent out, yeah.
And, you would have a copy of something, and you would know your friend would want to see it, and you would make them a copy, and... We had collections of amazing things. And sometimes you would just come across stuff that, things like the whale that washed up on the beach in Oregon and the local officials deciding that the best way to deal with it would be to blow it up with dynamite. Everyone's seen that by now, but there was a time when the way that got around was that people shared it on VHS tapes. Because there was a time before YouTube. Well, this woman, whose name was Michelle...
Oh, okay, because I didn't remember her name. But
Crazy Eyes Michelle was a big fan of Steve Vai. And she made a videotape of herself. She even, in this videotape, said her phone number. Because she wanted him to call her. And many, many people called her.
And nobody knows who Steve Vai is.
He was a guitarist in the 80s. I don't even remember what...
say barely anybody even knew that.
I honestly don't know what band he was in, if he was even in a band. I guess he was in a band.
Oh.
Or was he like Joe Satriani? That was another guitarist that was like known. But anyway, so like she was fucking crazy, and her video, it was like 20 minutes, maybe 30, of her talking into a camera, and the more you watch it, and because you can't just watch it once, because it's fucking fascinating. It is a case study in utter insanity. Don't you remember
she was like, Steve,
I want you, Steve. And she's and the weirdest thing is when you realize that she's not alone, that someone is operating the camera, because eventually you realize that's not a tripod situation. Someone's holding that camera. Someone is operating the camera. And then every so often, like, a cat will wander into the shot, and it's like, oh my God, what's she gonna do to the cat? Because she's doing things to a carrot, she's licking a guitar in a really uncomfortable way. But, oh my God, does that woman make noises with her body?
Yes.
Oh, like she can suck air in and out of her snooch.
And that's it reminded me of Fart in a Jar.
Fart in a Jar. Oh God.
Steve.
And she put on her best dress. She had lingerie at one
God
point.
Bless her.
She's crazy.
Probably. You know who I bet she is now?
Oh God.
You remember the woman that went viral on YouTube for the McRibs?
Excuse me? That one?
Yes. I bet that's the Steve Vai lady now.
Oh, I don't know. God.
I bet that's her now.
Oh God. There are, You know what I'll do? I will find, because I have found pieces of it. I will edit audio from it into the show.
Oh,
So,
yes.
you know, time travel, when
But
this
nobody
goes out.
knows who she is, I bet.
All I know is her name is Michelle.
I bet she's mixed Disney. I bet.
I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, she would be our age. She would be our age. She would be... Oh, God, she had the crazy eyes. She had the... Oh, God.
Maybe we didn't recognize her. Maybe she's the original Trisha von Lichtenstein. Because I could see that.
There are some visual similarities, some physical similarities between the two of them. But, no, the hair, though. No. No, because she had really long hair.
Well, Blackie Lawless rejected me, so I'm going to go after you, Steve.
Steve.
Blackie Lawless called me that bitch. So now I'm going to go after you, Steve.
Didn't she say, you know, you make all those crazy noises with your guitar, so, you know, and I can make all these crazy noises with my pussy. Didn't she say something like that?
Something.
Oh, God, she's amazing. Bless her heart. Oh, my God. But see, the beautiful thing, okay, just final thought. The beautiful thing about the reason why this videotape was able to go around is because Steve Vai received this videotape and apparently decided he had to show it to as many people as possible because it was so goddamn funny. And he clearly made copies of it. And if I remember right, I believe I got my copy of it from a friend who's a musician. I believe I got it from a musician friend.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I believe I got it through a musical connection. So there may have been that it was traveling from musician to musician for a long time.
Oh, yeah, because it's been fucking huge. Oh, my God.
It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. And it makes... Truly, if I can find that videotape in my collection, I will digitize it and I will put it on fucking YouTube.
Oh, yeah. And I hope, for her sake, I really do hope that she got to meet Steve Vai. She got to fuck him. I hope so. Because that's all she wanted in life.
Yeah, but even she knew that he was, like, married and... I mean, she talked about that. You know, you and your wife.
I know, but he's a heavy metal musician, so that doesn't matter.
But she also was a hideous and incredibly insane teenager.
I know,
who was not particularly fuckable.
He probably went and fucked her in a Las Vegas hotel. Because that's what those heavy metal musicians did.
But, I mean, assuming the guy actually was hot, I don't know. Not to me, but probably could have anyone he wanted, and what he wouldn't have wanted that, I don't think. Oh, and I do want to make a clarification.
It must have been such a hard choice for her. Like, did she want Steve Vai? Or did she want Michael Schenker? Oh my God.
Who's that?
Oh, some other no-name heavy metal guitar god.
I totally thought you were going to say Bun E. Carlos.
Oh!
Because didn't you know someone who was into Bun E?
Yes.
Of all people, Bun E. Carlos.
Yes.
From Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Even just within Cheap Trick, the least doable member of Cheap Trick.
Oh yeah.
If not all of rock and roll.
And I'm sorry, like, Tom Peterson, the bassist, hot. Ain't no doubt about that. The singer,
Robin Zander. Ugh.
fucking hot.
Mwah.
Ain't no doubt about that.
I would do Rick Nielsen. I would totally do Rick Nielsen.
Yeah, but he's so quirky.
He was cute. He was cute in a weirdo
He's
kind
hot,
of way.
and I would kind of marry him.
Oh,
because
totally.
he's so quirky, and you know it would be a fun life with him.
I mean, he kind of he reads a little queer anyway. Like he's
He's
awesome.
Robin Zander and Tom Peterson. Oh my God, so fucking hot.
Last time of course, I saw Cheap Trick. God, what year was that? It was maybe 20 years ago.
Did you see them with me?
No. I saw him at a little club in Austin.
Okay, because I remember I saw them at Liberty Lunch 2 nights in a row.
I saw them at Emo's.
Okay.
On 6th Street. And
I don't remember who I went with.
Oh my God, I was within like 7 feet of Robin Zander, and
he's so hot.
Not
now, but
even then, I was still like, still so doable. 20 years ago, even still so doable.
He was so fucking hot.
But that was the same night that there used to be this guy that used to wander around Austin claiming to be Corey Taylor from Slipknot. That was the same night, because I remember who I was hanging out with that night, and that was the night that because back when nobody knew what the guys from Slipknot looked like, this guy used to wander around Austin. I mean, totally homeless and toothless and never had any money, but he loved to try to make people believe that he was the guy from Slipknot. And just like, oh no, I just lost my wallet. It's like, okay, but you're a hobo. You're literally a hobo. Riding the rails.
You need to, if we are ever at Frightmare and Corey Taylor is there, which is likely, right?
He was just there a couple months ago. He's so
you
cute.
need to tell him that story. And he'll just be like, really?
Oh my God. He's so cute. He's so cute.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and then in exchange for that story from you, he'll let me give him a blowjob.
That seems fair.
Yeah. Because you're married.
That seems like a completely fair trade-off.
The year of self-care. Well, we did it. We survived 2021. Not all of us, obviously. But if you're listening to this via the normal podcasty methods, that means you're at least alive. I really wanted to end the year of self-care on a real banger, you know? I wanted to come up with something brilliant. But if you've been listening to the show, you know I'm really pooped. This year has been truly exhausting. I'm glad that I decided that self-care was the theme for 2021, because forcing myself to think about it was probably the best thing I did for myself all year. But the second best thing might be what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna let someone else do the talking. So, a little while back, I saw this thing floating around social media, and the question asked was all about not being motivated to exercise, not getting that workout in like they were supposed to. And the person asked Arnold Schwarzenegger for advice. And I nearly scrolled on by because normally, gross. But I'm glad I didn't, because the response was something I needed to hear. Sure, I prefer to think of the workout as a metaphor, but it's good advice any way you look at it. So now, to close out the year of self-care here at the Bitchin' Boutique, I'm going to turn it over to Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger. I'm also going to spare you a really bad Schwarzenegger impression. I actually considered it. I'm not going to be that hard on you. Please don't be that hard on yourself. We all go through challenges. We all go through failure. Sometimes life is a workout. But the key thing is you get up. Just move a little. Roll out of bed and do some push-ups or go for a walk. Just do something. One step at a time. I hope you feel better and get back to the gym. But don't beat yourself up, because that's just useless talk. It doesn't get you closer to the gym. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Good luck. I mean, dude, like, totally summarized most of what I've said this year. So, thanks, Governator.
Okay, so I talk to you all the time. And there's been a lot of crazy shit going on here at home in my own personal life.
At Casa Pitney. Yes.
And one of the things is there is this motherfucker, this handyman, who, I gotta say, in all fairness, does great work. Absolutely good quality work.
Okay.
He has done work for my mother for years.
Right. Is he does kind of everything?
Oh, he does everything. Fence, mild electric. I mean, is he handyman?
Yeah.
You don't call him to go into the walls to redo your wires. But,
right.
Really good work. He's worked for my mom. He's worked for my aunts.
Yeah.
I met him. Okay, so I've lived here. In fact, today we're recording this on the 15th. 6 days ago is my 2-year anniversary of being here.
Oh my God, that's true.
The 9th? Yeah. I met this guy for the first time about a year ago, and I heard about him. Instantly did not trust him. So, long story short, he charged my poor mother $900 fucking dollars. And I told you, and I'm going to tell our listeners, this motherfucker charged my 89-year-old mother $900 fucking dollars to replace one rotten board on a shed. To clean the gutter on a 12-foot across aluminum awning.
Okay.
And to replace an electric light that had burned out where all the wires were already there. That is not $900 worth of work.
Couple $100 maybe. Yeah.
My mom was pissed. I was pissed. So this motherfucker comes back a couple weeks ago because part of the fence came down, right?
Okay.
And then another part of the fence was falling down. And so Mom was like, oh, well, let's call Mike, who I was already pissed off with. And he was like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. Well, we don't need to replace this board, blah. It's like, how much is going to be in place? Like, $120. I mean, that's fine. Hey, whatever.
So this was in addition to the $900.
This was after the $900 fucking dollars, yes.
Oh, God.
But that comes into play in a minute.
Okay.
And it was like, okay, so there's another part of the fence that we need to fix. And I want you to look at it now, but I don't want to talk to you about it now. Because it's the side of the fence that belongs to half me and half my neighbor.
Right.
My neighbor paid for half. My mom paid for half. Right?
Right.
So you need to talk to the neighbor. to talk about getting this fixed.
Right.
That's pretty straightforward, right?
Right.
This motherfucker, having taken advantage of my mother for years, ignored me, totally talked over me, was talking to my mom. Oh, well, this fence, you could do this, and look at that. He was like, shaking the fence. Look at how rattly it is.
Oh,
It
no.
totally needs to be reinforced. I could fix it for $300. I could replace these two things for $1,200.
Oh, my God.
And I literally looked at him and I was out $1,200. I said, that is not fucking gonna happen.
Yeah.
I told you, I don't even want to hear about this now. Do not talk to my mom about it now. It has nothing to do with my mom.
Yeah.
This is me. And you were gonna talk to my neighbor. Well, I could do you talk to your neighbor. And it's like, no, I can't talk to my neighbor. I have met my neighbor once. You need to talk to my neighbor since he owns half this fence.
Right.
And they were fucking with me. And I told him, well, you could just leave then, and I'm going to hire somebody else.
There you go.
He was like, well, you're not going to get anybody that's going to charge less. And I said, oh, I doubt that. Anyway, he left. Long story short, so we came back today, 45 minutes late, by the way. And it's because he was pissed off because I yelled at him, right?
Absolutely.
And he did what he needed to do. And he quoted us $120. He wrote my mother a bill for $150.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out there and I was like, you quoted me the other day $120. What the fuck is up with this $150? And he was like, well, I'm not joking. This is what he said. Oh, I was just so confused because I just came from another client's house and that was their charge. Bull fucking shit.
Oh my God.
He was trying to get another $20 from my poor 90-year-old mother, who he just got $900 for on maybe a $400 job.
Oh my God.
Maybe $400, and I'm being generous.
Yeah.
So this motherfucker is fired, ain't never coming back.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
And the only reason he was here for today is because he was here to do the thing, right? When he first did the estimate.
Right.
And I reamed him the fuck out. And I thought his price for what he did today was fair.
Right, but it was the last thing
never coming. But he ain't never coming back.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And it makes me so mad because he worked for my mom and he worked for two of my aunts.
Yeah.
You didn't know he fucked them for years because they're just this little old ladies that don't know better.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, I was proud of myself.
That's awesome.
And my mom, God bless her, she just stood there and just did not say a fucking word.
I'm almost surprised that she didn't start screaming at him. Like, once she realized that he was taking advantage of her, I'm almost surprised she didn't go after him.
I think the fact she knew that he was taking advantage of her, but I think the fact that I called him out on it, it made her nervous. I think it frightened her.
Like, she hasn't seen that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, not frightened her, not in the sense like, oh, he's going to come and, like, do something, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's it. That asshole gone.
So now that you've got the stuff outside the house taken care of, you have a bunch of stuff coming, a bunch more work that's going to get done inside the house soon.
Okay, so the fabulous Steve is coming to visit me for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And on the 29th, which is his last day here, he is helping me move out all of my bedroom furniture and all of the furniture from my mother's back, the back room.
Yeah, like the TV room.
Which is,
Yeah.
the office, back TV room, whatever.
Yeah.
Because we are getting the hallway and those 2 bedrooms done. We're getting the carpet stripped out, and the original hardwood floors are going to be restored, and it's going to be fabulous.
Oh my god. Because that house is from late 40s, early 50s, is that right?
Yeah, this house was built in 1948.
Okay.
We have had carpet, obviously not this carpet, but there's been carpet in this house since 1953.
Right.
So basically, these floors are 5 years old.
Yeah, they've been totally protected because they've been covered. How long is that going to take to do the floors?
That is only actually going to take half a day for us to move that shit out.
Right.
To get the floors done, it's going to be 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
But then after that, we're going to move all our shit back into those rooms.
Right.
And then they're going to come back. And they're going to do the living room and the dining room.
Okay.
Which means we have to move all of that shit out into the garage. Move all of that.
Right.
And then after that, we're redoing the floor in the kitchen.
Oh my god. Are you doing wood in there?
No, we have Pergo in there now.
Okay.
So we're having tile put down.
Ooh, what color?
In the kitchen.
Like a neutral color?
I haven't decided. We haven't decided.
Oh my god. Oh, it's coming up soon though.
Yeah, we haven't decided, and that's conflict, but whatever.
Well, I mean, if you go with something kind of neutral and maybe not too far off the color that's in there right now, it won't be too controversial, maybe.
I know, but you know me, I want checkerboard.
Or some kind of a pattern. Oh my god,
I want 50s checkerboard.
I saw somebody, they were redoing their house and they found a company. Well, they mostly do commercial floors, but they do like, I don't know, I want to call it printed linoleum, but that's not what I mean. But it's like they print the vinyl floor for you, and they can do it however they need to. And because this person, their house they were redoing, the kitchen floor was utterly, utterly destroyed. And they found some, like, 50s tile work, like a pattern of 50s tile work in, like, 3 different colors. And they basically had this company print that onto, like, a big sheet of vinyl that they put down onto the floor.
How
and
cool.
It was, god damn it was beautiful. It was like,
that's cool.
like one big solid sheet.
See, that's cool. I don't know what we're gonna do. Like, Mama, it's been her fancy. Mama wants tile.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get her tile.
Oh my god. There's so many options with tile. Oh
yeah,
my god.
But that's gonna be so.
But something true to the age of the house would be really cool.
First week of January is hallway.
Right.
Bedrooms. Third week of January is living room, dining room.
Right.
And then after that is going to be kitchen.
And you're leaving her bedroom carpeted, right?
Yeah. And she wanted to get the carpet pulled up and the wood floors done, but I told her no because she's 88.
You'd be putting a big rug down anyway.
I worked, 15 years in elder care?
Yeah.
The majority of falls happen in the bedroom.
You'd be putting a rug right back down anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if she's going to fall, I want her to fall on cushion carpet. I don't want her to fall on goddamn hardwood.
And you want it to be wall-to-wall carpet because even just part of my dad's falls is they have a big, thick, he's got a big, thick area rug in his TV room, but it has an edge to it because it's not wall to wall, and that edge will, I mean, every time he steps off or onto that rug, it's a chance for him to fall. You know.
Oh, and I know because, as you know, and the listeners probably do if they remember, I worked for an assisted living home for 15 years.
Yeah.
In Texas. State regulation in Texas regarding that is there ain't no area rugs allowed.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the forest.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to guarantee they're not going to trip somebody.
Area rugs are not allowed by state law in the assisted living home.
Do they even allow bath mats in bathrooms? Because
I honestly don't know.
I would feel like they wouldn't. Or if they did, it would have to be really thin.
I honestly don't know. I can't say anything about that. I really don't know.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, so we decided, so that's going to happen. But because of all that is happening, which is a lot, I have decided that I am going to take a hiatus from the Bitchin' Boutique.
Yep.
And I am not going to be recording or participating
for about
until March.
Yeah, it'll be probably, you'll be back on for people to hear you probably middle of March.
Yeah.
Second half of March.
And I will be back to record middle to end of February. We're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
Because I don't know when the kitchen is going to be done.
Yeah.
And then there's also talk of the garage being redone. So.
Right. Yeah, because it's an enclosed garage that's like a living space, sort of, kind of. Yeah. Rec room kind of garage. Yeah.
This is my last Bitchin' Boutique episode for a few months.
Yeah. It's going to be at least 5 episodes without him.
Yeah, so, love it or leave it, but there ain't no Pitney for about, 8 weeks?
Right. But there will be, but you will hear him, because one of the things I'm going to do is we're going to go back through the archives, especially the first year, maybe year and a half. We're going to look for some of the, like back in the early shows when we really didn't know what we were doing, and technically we really didn't know what we were doing, but some of the earliest episodes were some of our funniest episodes.
Oh, there was a lot of magical moments in this episode.
Yeah, and a lot of the podcast apps, for whatever reason, it's hard to get back that far for whatever reason on a lot of the different platforms. If you go straight to our website, bitchandb.libsyn.com, you can go all the way back to the beginning. But because it's harder to get to the old stuff, we decided that re-releasing some bits from the old days, like us telling stories about Pitney convincing a girl to put Vaseline in her hair, and then when she couldn't get, because back in the days when we didn't have things like gel, and in the 80s, there was hairspray, and that was pretty much it, and nobody really knew how to do hairstyles. Obviously all these amazing hairstyles existed, but the normal person didn't know how to do it, and so he...
Yeah, I think, people nowadays, they don't know.
I mean, people used egg whites to make their hair stand up.
Yeah.
They used glue, actual glue, to make their hair stand up. And Pitney talked a girl into putting Vaseline in her hair, and then when the Vaseline wouldn't come out, he convinced her to use flour to get the Vaseline out.
Yes.
That story, I mean, there's more to it than that. That's just that's just a tidbit of it. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff from back then. So
so
there's going to be a lot of clips.
Keep listening, because there are fabulous tidbits coming.
Yeah.
Until I come back, but I will be gone until March.
Yeah.
So feel free to write me.
Oh, sure. There's,
write me, send me love, send me money, shit.
And if you are someone who has been listening since the beginning and you want to request an early bit, if you want to request something, definitely let us know. There's all kinds of ways to reach us. Email, social media, anything. If you've got a favorite bit that you want us to play again, we will absolutely work that in. I got 5 shows to fill, guys. I will do some talking of my own. It's a new year, so we have a new theme coming. Obviously this is the last show of the year of self-care, and 2022 will be the year of the saints, where we will give little insights every episode into various Catholic saints, the patron saints of this and that, and some of them just interesting aspects about their stories or their reliquaries or whatever. I mean, there's a lot. Or
don't get wrong, it will be queer. It will be liberal. It will be bizarre. Yeah.
I mean, and we'll try to. I'm going to get them as topical as we can, based on the time of the year and things that are going on. I mean, I've learned some things about St. Patrick recently that I can't believe I went my whole life not knowing that the story of St. Patrick has a lot to do with nipple licking, and who would have thought? How did I
fabulous.
How did I know that nipple licking was a very significant part of St. Patrick's story?
See, I want to find the saint that was responsible for the origination of glory holes.
There might be a patron saint of glory holes.
I know, who was the Catholic saint that first sucked a cock through the glory hole?
I mean, there's two.
One.
I have found 2 different patron saints of genital disease, of dick disease. I mean, I don't know. I'm still looking into, if certain aspects of, I haven't quite figured that out yet. One of them, his head recently went on auction. His head in a reliquary, you just have to keep listening. I mean, it's like the Catholic saints are, they're awesome, man. And
but I miss the old days, glory holes.
I mean, they are all about the glory, that's for sure. But yeah, so for the next few months, things are going to be a little different around here. I'm gonna see how it goes. I may bring on my husband. I may bring on guests. We'll see if I feel like I need to have someone to talk to, or if I feel like I can actually just sit here talking to myself. I'm not above talking to myself.
You need to bring on your husband, because he's so fabulous.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's partly because, he thinks he and I are going to do a podcast, and it's like, well, then you need to prove to me that we can do this, Yeah,
but it's going to be, Amelia and Philly-and-Elle. Awesome.
Yeah, well, he refuses to be called that. I still don't know.
Philly-and-Elle. He remembers me calling him Philly-and-Elle, doesn't he?
I brought up Filianel the other day, and he was just like, no. And I was just like, he was like, no, we're not going to be...
He remembers me calling him out, though.
I mean, I don't think he remembers where it came from. I don't, but...
It's from the Slayers.
It's from the Slayers. I don't think he remembers that that's where Amelia came from. And then I showed him a picture, and he was like, I don't know. But, yeah, so it's, I mean, stupid 2021 is over, and by the time people are listening to this, 2021 is definitely over, and hooray for 2022. And we'll just, we'll see what happens. Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchin' Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers! Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at PitneyAndAmelia@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you!
I can't help it, Steve. Seriously, I can't help it. I think of you 24 hours a day. And I just wish that you were here. And not somewhere out in California in no man's land where you're sitting at home with your wife and just, did you have to get married, Steve? I mean, I know you're so in love with her, but there's me. I can't help it with that. I really love you, and
Feeling it now. Do you remember that?
No.